Hello and welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of Game Design. This season we're primarily going to be focusing on fighting games. Um, but if need be, we can stray and dabble off of that topic, but the main focus is going to be fighting games for the season. Um, Jumping right in, what you would find out right now, it is relatively easy to create a fighting game in this day and age. Um, Real quick, I remember when I created a fighting game for the original Xbox. That's not Xbox 360, the original one. It was relatively difficult, but nowadays there are so many tools and programs that you can use and learn literally like overnight and become uh, not an expert, but pretty proficient in creating models that you can use for your fighting game per se. So, real quickly, I just have a couple models up here, just to keep us, a little entertained while we're going through this. Because we are starting off, this is the beginning, and it will be relatively boring. But we're gonna move along, try to move along at a quick pace. But we are going to start at the very beginning and with the basics. Um, First off, what you really want to do, which I find over the years have been very helpful to me, is put all your ideas down on paper. If you see right here quickly, I did a quick scan of a couple doodles. You don't have to be the best, artist in the world here, guys. Just a quick couple of doodles. You just, just scratch it on a piece of paper, a napkin, a notepad. Break out the old pen and paper, the old pencil and notepad, whatever you got around you. I mean, it takes like 2 seconds. You can do it while in class, which, I'm not really going to say to do it in class, but, it happens. Um, when you're actually doodling on this, when you're getting your ideas down on paper, why you want to actually do this is because even though we all think we're super geniuses and we can remember everything in our heads forever until the end of time, sometimes we don't. And you want to get this down on paper, just in case. So you look back on it and you can see something that you might thought you didn't notice before. That you realize that, hey, I wasn't really looking at it from that angle, you know. And I think I should actually do it like this, draw this on, add this off, take this out, and that really helps when you have it on paper and you can visually see it right in front of you and you could, appendix it and make, you know, uh, edits to it right there. Another reason why you want it on paper, guys, is because I find a lot of time when I'm working on projects, when I'm creating these games, I run into a lot of guys and they hop on board. You might start off with a team of two, you might turn into a team of six. And when you're actually wanting to share your vision with others, it is better for them to have a visual aid so they could actually look at and see and envision what you're thinking and what you're trying to create. Because a lot of times people who are outside really help you out because they can add notes, add ideas to you, and it really helps out. So starting right off, what you want to do is first of all get the animations down. You want to get jumping, you want to get some running, you want to get some punches and kicks in there. I just did this, real briefly, a real quick one. You can see a little jump here, a little stretch here. This is, sort of like a taunt, pose, a power up, some of that sort. You want to get the look and you want to get the feel, and the emotion of the character because they're pretty much going to be faceless, doodles. So, you have to make them shine, with real emotion in other ways. So that's what really I think helps me out with the old pen and paper. See here we have a little pose, he's sitting down. You want to get, that kind of, you want to get the character's swag and motions, per se in that sense. And another thing, what you want to do when you're actually putting this down on paper is to make labels and actually draw out what you're thinking. I know here's a little action scene. It's a little blurry, but the point still, comes across. You want to get these labeled. I'm labeling them RA, RB. What does this mean? LB. What does this mean? So for me, it means that this is going to be a right attack. This person's going to be a right block. Right attack, right block, left attack, left block, and this is a left dodge. They dodged out of the way when this character number one is doing a right attack. Write these down. It might mean much now, but later, 6 months down the road, down the road, I'm gonna scare you guys off. But it does take a while to create games here, guys. A couple months down the road, you want to look back and say, okay, this was the original vision I had for this character, because a lot of times, okay, you might start making a character one way and it might end up a totally different way that you might not even expected. So it's always good to have, just the beginning groundwork and foundation of what you actually wanted the character to be and what you're trying to portray in the game itself, with the characters and what they're doing. Another thing is the tools that you can use to create video games right now are virtuously, limitless. I mean, you can just download these right now. I'm up in here. I'm using DOS Studio 3.0. You can use Poser. There is a bunch that are out there, guys. I use DOS Studio and Poser mostly because we can get 3D models. With 3D models, I think you have more freedom to eventually make the game into 2D, okay, using 2D sprites, and you can also make it 3D, okay. And if you want to do the in-between thing, yes, the what do you call it, 2.5D, or 3D models on 2D planes, that is possible as well. And all this becomes possible because you have a 3D program, that could really get the models out there, really make them pop. You can do hand drawn. That's what I originally did. When I created my game for Xbox, they were hand drawn sprites. And a lot of them were mix and match sprites. That's a totally different ball game when you're doing that. I could also do a cover on that with Fighters Factory. Of course, you guys know that already. Which is a great program to use. Guys, what you want to do in the beginning stages is, of course, have a vision of what you want to portray. Okay, get it down on paper. Show people what you're actually doing, because you'll be surprised that there's actually, you might be talking to somebody about what you're doing, you show them a picture, boom, they give you another idea, whammo, there's a totally different thing you wasn't even thinking about, and it ended up becoming a pretty prominent part, or feature in the game that you're doing. I'm trying to mess around with these models here just to keep you guys, what's going on, but also still on track. We're going to be getting way more in depth, guys, in the following episodes about, 3D rendering, models, movement, okay, shapes, figures, look, feel, emotions, tone. We're going to get real in there, but I want to scare you guys off for now. But stay tuned for episode 2, where we're going to get a little more in depth, actually trying to bring your ideas to life. But you can stay tuned for that. Of course, this is all getting published by True Info TV. You can check me out on there, trueinfotv.co.cc. Game design. I'm actually starting this up with those guys. They have a little baby site out there now, but I'm gonna be doing the run with those guys now. See where it goes. But if you got any problems or any questions, please contact me. Of course, you can leave a message on this video. Not a problem. Okay, guys. Bye.